have two films premiering that are based on two very classic pieces of literature. Later on, we'll be at the View in Leicester Square to speak to Michael Winterbottom about his Indian reimagining of Tess of the D'Urbervilles. But right now, we're at the Curls on Mayfair for Andrea Arnold's version of Wuthering-Heights.
I love that film.
Yay! Good.
Love that film.
First of all, you play the older Kathy.
Yes.
It's quite a well-known character from a pretty famous, story. Was that daunting?
It was terrifying. There's a lot of pressure on you when you're doing something like this. You know that there are die-hard fans out there and you have to be very respectful of that. But I really hope people go in to watch it as something completely fresh and new, and are really open-minded about it. And it's someone's opinion or a take on it. It might be different from other people's, but I think it's still going to cause a bit of controversy. People are still going to want to talk about it, and I'm a big believer in British film. I think that's what British film should do. It should give you an opinion. It should give you something to talk about instead of oh yeah, that was sweet. It's going to provoke some kind of emotion, be it good or bad.
You broke my heart. You killed me.
We've relocated to The View, ready to talk to Michael Winterbottom and Frida Pinto about their film Trishna, but earlier in the week we spoke to the star and director of Australian thriller Snowtown. Here's Jen to tell us more about it.
One of our festival favourites, Australian director Justin Kurzel's Snowtown is a stark and brutal story of real-life serial killer John Bunting. Visceral and unnerving, Kurzel's drama wastes no time in making your eyes water. In short, it's not one for the faint-hearted.
You think your mum's going to like these?
Oh, probably not, but who cares?
The unique thing about this case is that there were 4 serial killers and they were very social, they were very present within the community, so a lot of people knew them, a lot of people knew John, and you'd get little stories about, oh, you used to look after my kids or fix my car, or there was a kind of 1 to 2 degree separation in terms of actually filming there and continually being fed pockets of detail and descriptions or little events that people kind of recalled that did actually sort of feed into the storytelling.
G'day, mate. I'm John. How you doing?
I went on the same roller coaster ride as the character, through the 6 weeks of filming, and also it being my first film. It was very challenging. It was basically learning how to act by being thrown in the deep end, and Dan basically told me, from his point of view, and Justin would tell me from his point of view how to act really, and in a way act as well as act natural on screen. And it was hard on the first day, but after that I kind of realised it's possible to do this.
First of all, obviously, Tess of the D'Urbervilles set in India, though. What made you want to make this film?
I was working in Rajasthan about 8 or 9 years ago, looking for locations for a film, and I thought that there were a lot of parallels between the world that Hardy's describing in rural England 120 years ago and Rajasthan now. Hardy's describing a place where traditional village communities are being broken up by education and new transport through railways, urbanisation, mechanisation of the farm, and all those things were happening right now, but probably in an even more dynamic, even more radical way in India.
First of all, Frida, what was the attraction to the film and what were the challenges that were involved?
Loads of challenges. I had to learn a new dialect and that was difficult. Getting into a very, very passive state of mind was very difficult because that's not who I am as a person. What I felt when I read the script was I was quite amazed that an 18th century English novel fits so perfectly in modern day India as of today, and so I think it was instinctive. A, it was Michael Winterbottom. B, it's an amazing classic novel, and C, I get to go back to India and just be part of a film that shows Rajasthan in a different light.
Another busy day at the festival. Tomorrow it's all things Madonna when she brings her new film W.E.